Hello, this is Chico BMW, also known as Theodore, and this is an emergency podcast series, The Reign of the HYKSOS, and I'm here to discuss race relations and tensions across the globe and to give my wisdom and my understanding on the material truths and differences and what to do about them. All this was kicked off by, Kendrick Lamar, of course. I'm not the biggest fan of him. I am not a 5%er. You may have seen that I had shared some Malachi Z. York. I am not a 5%er. I am a Kenyan-born male, a black male. Now, let me qualify that. I am black, meaning that I am more than 66% black, meaning that most of my epigenetic material passed down by my ancestors is black. And it is black by way of my Luo and my other Bantu tribal ancestry in Kenya. So I'm speaking from the view of a black male born in East Africa, who had undergone certain tribal issues growing up, who had also seen, not personally went through, but personally witnessed certain racial issues, because I did grow up in a mixed community with Indians, Arabs, and even mixed children. One of my best friends was mixed, American, black and Arab. So, and also I'm in the swirl. So I do have a lot of insights, a lot of information, but this is an emergency podcast. This is for especially the black male. Now let's get into it. Today we'll talk about biracial people. How are you black? Make it make sense. Now, when I introduce I'll make this short and clinical, because we're just going to talk about the material aspect. We're going to talk about genetics. We're going to talk about the hardware. We'll also talk about cultural issues and differences and schisms and syncretism that happens when mixed people with often parents from different backgrounds try to syncretize cultures and synthesize them into their kid. Without properly explaining historical tensions and issues and strife. And this kid may exhibit patterns. This mixed person may grow up exhibiting patterns that may not be easily identifiable by black people. Hence, it can be very dangerous to just call them black. Here's the issue. If we are being factual, and we are to throw out the American system, which is a racist system, the one-drop rule, that most black people have chosen to engulf their life, chosen to roll over and let that system keep going, a system of bullshit. And we are to say that a mixed person is black. As a black person, as an African, when I look from outside looking in, that is a lie. Because I will tell you, yes, they have black in them. And do you see what I've just said there? Just like in Africa, we have Kushites, Nilotes, and Bantus. And certain Kushites will look more Arab than black. And they will politically, behaviorally, habitually, culturally side with the Arabic side of the North African continent. Should I assume then that they are just black? Those are assumptions. Those are dangerous statements because they lack scientific fact. The fact of the matter is, if you don't have 66% plus African heritage, you are not black. You are either native and black. You're either whites and black, Indian and black, or the other order, black and white, black and native, black and Samoan, black and Arab. So it is a lie by omission when mixed people say that they are black, because a system invented by a little dick sucker white male says that because they have a drop, they are black. That is pure bullshit. You do not experience the same experience of an ashy elbowed, dark-skinned nigga. Hence, you are not a nigga. You're a nigga and you're more and you're black and. That should be your identity. Your identity should be based on science, based on the material conditions, the true material conditions of your body and what you're made up of, your ancestors and their epigenetic memories and genetic material passed down to a certain percentage, putting you either in the black basket because you have 66 plus, like a Dave Chappelle, whose mother is biracial, but Dave Chappelle is clearly black, behaviorally black. His epigenetics are majority black. Or it puts you in the other category of mulattoes. Remember the mulattoes, remember the mulattoes. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being mixed. I'm not coming at mixed people. I have experienced racism from mixed people. I had somebody tell me I look like a Somali. That's hilarious because the Somalis be just fucking everybody's bitch. So it was a bit of a underhanded compliment. You know, it was a compliment, but she thought it was a diss, you know? But it's bullshit. Bullshit. You're mixed. There's nothing wrong with being mixed. There's nothing wrong with being black and. Do not behave like you understand the black plights. Do not behave like you inherit all black history, all black epigenetic memories. You do not understand what it is to be a ashy elbows, dark skinned motherfucker. You don't. You don't. You know? Brown skin, dark skin. You don't have that. You have the luxury of, if not passing, you have the luxury of looking like a mixed person for the white society, for the HYKSOS who reign in Egypt, for the whites who reign in this world for a time. The rain is falling. So the whole thing is falling apart. The Leviathan, the Babylon is falling apart. But, you have the luxury to phase in and out of our community into their community. If you're Asian, you can phase in and out of black into Asian. Black people do not have that opportunity. We don't have that genetic makeup because we are black. I'm a blackety black son of a bitch. You understand me? And I'm proud of it. I have an issue with a lot of you motherfuckers speaking for the black community when you are clearly black and you're clearly white and black. Whichever order you choose, according to your memetics, there's something called memetics and something called genetics. But even if you were culturally raised to be black, even if you were lied to by your self-hateful black father that you're black, you are not. You are black and I've said my truth, I've said my piece, and I've spoken the facts. Do your research on epigenetics? Do your research on behaviors? Do your research on history if you're black? Especially if you're a black male, do your research on Haiti. The Haitians. Which side did the mulattoes fight on? The black or the other side? Take your guess. I love you. Watch out for the HYKSOS.